Today is a very special day because roughly 1 year ago I embarked on probably the greatest journey of my lifetime, and that is my transition from a Bermuda grass lawn to a bluemuda lawn. So, how's it doing? It's been a year. Let's see. But in a year where I faced a lot of challenges and not being able to commit the time needed due to being out of town for so often, for such a long period of time, for a long stretch of time, it has turned out really well. Now, what's different on my lawn than a lot of other people's lawns is I actually allow my kids to play in it. As you saw a moment ago, my son's out kicking the soccer ball, having a good old time. My lawn gets a ton of traffic, and for the amount of traffic it gets, it is looking fantastic every day, all day long as it's a weekend and they're not in school or it's not raining, but every day after school, all weekend long. My son's out here, other sons out here, friends are out here. They're either soccer, running around trampoline, setting up the sprinklers to run through those. They're just having a good time in the lawn or jumping BMX bikes. They love riding their bikes in the grass, and I love letting them as long as it's not a soupy mess. But this is how it fares for an overall view. But more importantly is, how's the KBG doing? So let's take a look and see, is the KBG coming back? How much has survived? Will we even be able to tell? Let's find out. Okay, to start out, we are gonna go actually to where the Bermuda's the worst, but the KBG's the best, and that is where the swale area transitions. That area, Bermuda's always had an extremely tough time filling in. That's just due to the excessive moisture that gets there. Plus also, that's the closest spot to the Leland cypresses, and that gets shade earliest part of the day, so it doesn't get as much sunlight, so it doesn't grow as well. Outgrowing the Bermuda at this time, even though the temperatures are still hot, the daylight hours have dwindled. It's growing faster than the Bermuda, and even into other areas as we move up around towards the trampoline and to where the pool and fire pit used to be. You can see here, lots of the KBG is now moving through, busting through that Bermuda canopy and starting to take over and exert its dominance into the lawn in preparation for fall and winter. And it is growing at a faster rate, and of course it's receiving the exact same amount of fertilizer and the exact same amount of growth regulator, which is actually right now a higher rate of growth regulator. I've applied almost 0.8 ounces to the 1,000 square feet in the past 2 weeks to prepare for overseeding, and more is getting ready to go down once I'm ready to overseed here in about a week or so, which is a lot later than I did last year. And here's the reason why. It's because the pool is gone, the fire pit area is gone. So I'm currently right now watering those areas to encourage any weed seeds, and there's tons of them, to germinate, so I can go ahead and kill those off. I have a ton germinated now, so I will be spraying those out in the next day or two, and then continue watering, spray those out as well, and then it'll be time to seed. Also, where the fire pit goes, I will need to add some more dirt. I need to compact more. The pool area is doing okay, but that fire pit area is gonna need a lot more dirt, so that is what it is. How much seed am I putting down this year? I'm going to run a rate of 1.5 pounds of seed per 1,000 square feet. That's a little bit less than the 2 to 3 pounds that's recommended. And because I do not want to overcrowd and overseed, because overseeding is an absolute terrible mistake. Yes, it looks good for the short term when you have a thick lawn after like 4 to 6 weeks. However, once all that grass starts competing with itself, you're gonna have just death everywhere. So don't overseed your overseed or renovation. Follow the recommended amounts for what you're doing on either a renovation or an overseed. The results, while they take longer to get, will be better than having a bunch of die off. So that's where the Bermuda stands right now. Yes, I'm adding more seed, I'm sticking with it. It is looking good. It's striping fantastic. I actually like, even though you can't see any of the KBG during the summertime, you can tell it's still there just because I haven't mowed this lawn in probably 7 days right now, and you can still see stripes. You normally can't do that with just a straight Bermuda lawn. So really awesome there. I've had great luck with the Barenberg HGT Kentucky Bluegrass mix with it. I like it a lot. It's really good stuff. Super pleased with it. It meets my level of acceptability and quality. The kids abuse the snot out of it and it keeps coming back asking for more. So yes, awesome seed there. Fairly reasonably priced, and so if you're interested in Bluemuda in the transition zone, that's what I recommend because that's what I use. Simple as that. Links in the description, as always. So with that, it's Mike, Real Low Dad. Things are looking good. I can't wait to get the seed down, and we'll see you again soon.